Yeah, as a hobby, we were starting to make pretty good wines, quite honestly. We were in a local in-town wine club, and everybody was to bring a bottle, and we put it in a bag, and it's a blind tasting. And I think that night was Argentina wine night. So I just took a bottle of my Cabernet Sauvignon, put it in a bag, and went around the table, and it ended up being the #1 pick for the night. So that was kind of the signal that maybe we should get started here. Before we became a commercial winery, my son came home from college and asked if he could have a bottle of our homemade wine so he could give it to his best friend's mom for Christmas. And she ended up taking the wine, and she's not really a wine drinker, so she puts it up in her wine rack and forgets about it for about 6 months. And then there's a club in town, the Kiwanis Club. Everybody has to do. They were going to have a blind wine tasting. Everybody has to bring a bottle of wine. So there were like 40 entries into that, and my son's best friend mom didn't have a bottle of wine, so she remembered mine was up on the rack. She grabs it out of the rack, puts it in a paper bag, enters it into this contest with 40 other entries, and the thing ends up winning first place. So now I got people pulling into the parking lot wanting to buy cases of stuff, but I didn't have a license at the time and I couldn't sell it. So that was another good indicator that maybe our wine could be good enough for sale.
What wine was that?
That was a Cabernet Sauvignon.
In the same way you make it now?
Yep, exact same way.
And what year? That was 2014?
Yeah, we made our first commercial vintage in 2014. So around 2013, we decided to take the leap of faith, and we filed all of our local, state, and federal permits. We purchased some grapes out of California. We made 5 different varieties of wine for 2014. We aged it, and we opened up our tasting room in October 2015. And I'm proud to say today we have over 23 varieties that we make, and with folks really enjoying the wine.